the concern is, do you really see satisfaction in the first tranche that you transfer to them in the business? Do you see growth?
Of course.
In actuality?
Of course we do.
In almost all the cases or everything?
Of course we do see satisfactorily operations in their businesses, and that is why our MAE data, our monitoring data from the service provider, and also some cash, or what should I say, some spot check from the PMT shows that beneficiaries are in businesses and they are not using the money in the negative, because we do have negative meanings. I know we get some do's and don'ts under the small business component, but based on the monitoring report, that gives also rise to the transfer of the second grant and also the formalization of the business.
Let me ask Jerry this question, then we'll go to our we already are how we might take our short break and we'll come. But Jerry, you've been doing this thing. I want to have a clear understanding of the mobile money stuff. Have you had some tension, some issue, people SIM card lost, they didn't get the money back? Do you give them SIM card? How do they go about getting that money if anything happens along the way?
So we let you say we have our service providers in the field, our service providers staff that are in the field who are working every day, and they are with the beneficiaries. Okay, so once we have those issues in the field, like missing SIM cards, they are there to encourage them to retrieve their SIM. So what we do during the mobile money registration is that once we collect the numbers from them, we send these numbers to Lone Star for verification to ensure that the names that we have on our payroll is the same name that Lone Star has in the system. So once we complete that verification, we ensure that all the beneficiaries that we have, they have the same names that they have on the same and it's on our payroll. Then we transfer the money. So that's the first phase. So even when between the time that we transfer the first and the second grant, if you have missing SIM, they report them to us. Or one thing we don't really encourage is the change of numbers. So once you misplace your SIM, you have to retrieve that SIM and have the same number. Okay.
So why can't you replace my first number with the number I want to use?
No, for audit purpose, we want to stay on that track, right? We don't want to have one number coming this payment for the first payment and another number coming for the second payment. We don't want to have that.
Oh, you are audited as well?
Yeah, we have been audited.
Who audits you?
GSC does the audit.
Okay, that's good. So you are listening to the Realize Hour on Spoon FM. We're here in Congo Town. My name is Henry Smooth. Today I'm hosting Mr. Jerry Godu and Mrs. Anita Marsha. Mrs. Marsha is the Deputy Project Coordinator for Economic Inclusion, and Mr. Jerry Godu is the Senior Program Officer. He previously headed this component that we are discussing today, Component 1 of the project. And he had been the focal person for a very long time. Mrs. Marsha is now the head for this component, the focal person, and the class component. So she has now the headache of $900. I want to understand, how did you even manage to derive or giving somebody $900? I'm talking about 900 American money.
So thank you so much.
This is not something for joke. How did you have that amount?
Thank you so much. So Realize Project is a continuation of the Youth Opportunities Project that ended September 30th, 2021. So when we started the small business support under the Youth Opportunities Project, we tried different rounds of implementation. So with the first round of implementation, it was done in group of 8. So it was done in group of 8, and each of them had $300 to start business. So if you multiply the $300 by 8, we were given $2,400. So, and then we had an attachment to it. So you have to rent space, buy the goods you want to sell, and then other logistical means. So we found out the project found out after some ME data and some feedback survey found out that $300 was infinitesimal to running a business
Okay.
to really receive or get the result, the anticipated result. So we noticed that it didn't quite work well when we tried the first round of implementation with group business. Then we went to the second step, which was the individual business. And we decided to give the same $300 or $500.
Okay.
Thank you, Jerry.
We give it five
Okay.
persons.
So for the 3 and then 5, then 5 persons. Okay, that's 5 persons. So initially it was 8, and then we dropped to 5 with the same $300 some 5 persons, 1,000.
So a group business.
So it was group business.
Now it's individual.
No,
hustle.
I want to go back. I want to stay under the Youth Opportunities Project to tell you how we arrived at the $900.
Okay.
So under the Youth Opportunities Project, it was 8 persons, $300. Then we dropped down to 5, the same 300, 1,005, and we still had some negative results in terms of the amounts that were given to beneficiaries. Couldn't just get the needed results that we wanted, and so realized with the lesson learned that we need to actually increase the amount so that we be able to see where we want to take the beneficiaries. That's how we even derive at the $900 for individual business, right? So we noticed that at the individual level, so on Europe, the last round was individual. So 8 started with 8 persons, and then it came to 5 persons, and then the last round of implementation under the York project ended with individual. And with the individual business, we started to see there was some transformation because people could manage their own business individually and also continue it. So that's what gave rise to Realize project with individual business, and also the amount increased to $900.
Why if you give me the first $450 with my cash out fee everything, which means my $450 come to me clean, and I just walk away, go and relax, buy some new jeans, buy some new shoes, right? Buy my fridge, and get it going. I mean, what do you do to me?
So a social protection project will not take people to jail. It will not take people to jail. It will not police you.
Okay.
But what do we do in the reverse psychology is to also encourage and do follow up. So if you know social work, we more do follow up engagement. That's why we have our service provider who work with these beneficiaries on a day-to-day basis to avert the situation we just talked about. Though in some cases it will happen because you don't have total monopoly on how someone's behave, but the way we try to minimize is to have the constant engagement and state the purpose of the business, right? So the social protection want to take you from this level to another level. So what do you want to see? Is that this is why we have the business management training, the life skills training, all incorporated to reduce the kind of situations or that you mentioned. But in the event if it happens, there's a social protection project, we cannot take people to jail, but we can only encourage people and work with them so that they'll be able to reach that optimal goal of their own life.
You have total of 4,450 beneficiaries as the full envelope for beneficiaries. Is it enough to address this issue of poverty, especially trying to reduce at certain level, trying to intervene to respond to some of the great issues that we have, the community with families are impoverished?
Well, Sumo, thank you for this question. So 4,450 is not the overall target beneficiaries on the Realize project, but it is
Are we talking about the small business support?
It is the one on the small business support, right? We know there will always be greater need, but projects don't always have the bigger support. There is always a target on what they can do and what they can do. So I know Realize project wouldn't solve all of the problem in Liberia when it comes to poverty, but it's kind of a contributing to reduce poverty, or also to build people capacity on how they can be able to even respond and better their own lives. So I cannot say, the 4,040 is going to solve all of the problem in the Republic of Liberia, but it's going to help those poor and vulnerable communities to, at least to some extent, to get on their feet and move them from one level to a level where they can be able to even continue.
From one level to another, Jerry, since 2021, you've been involved with this. I know sometimes you go around to walk about in some of these communities on off duty, walking. Have you observed for yourself families or businesses that were a little bit down the line and then benefited from your project and see that they've transformed? You want to give us some examples?
Yeah, sure. We have businesses. We have businesses around that are doing well. Even we have businesses, people who were not in business before,
Okay.
but they were giving them the grant, and now they have business that they are running. There are evidence.
Where are some of the communities? Now, I want to go there tomorrow. Somebody who doubts the Realize project wants to walk in some of these communities.
We have over 50 communities now that we've worked in. Okay, like the Valentine area, West Point, Nizo, Nikutown. I mean, even in some communities, you get there, you see we do have stickers, right? So what we do under this component, I think it's unique under this component. All our beneficiaries have stickers. So on their businesses, they have these stickers with the Realize logo and the Realize name, with the community name all on the stickers. So as you go sometimes in the marketplaces, you see some of these stickers, and those are our beneficiaries who are doing well.
Okay, so I've been checking behind you too as a communication person. I want to name view of the businesses. One of our successful businesses that I did my own observation is there is a lady who sell full wear right before the eye clinic in 72nd, right? That lady was down. When I went in the community, I saw the sticker on the business. And I asked her, I said, so are you benefiting from the Realize project? She said, my son. And that lady took her time to explain how to explain. I was just standing looking. And then later she asked me, why are you asking? And I didn't tell her that I was actually part of the Realize project. And Media David is an example. If you check on our website, her picture is everywhere. She sells frozen and chicken and fish. The GSA community. Right, she has benefited. So those who listening also have benefited, and you've transformed your life and your family's business. You want to talk to us? We'll open the line at a certain point in time.
Let me
have this conversation.
Let me just tell you a testimony that I heard. Not even in Montserrat, right? I had an assignment in Lofa.
Okay.
So I came from Kulahun on my way to Vonjima. I stopped at one of the project sites. And as soon as we got down from the vehicle, there was this guy who said, "Oh, I'm in the labyrinth too. Oh, these people can dish your money. One woman ate $900 from these people." She doing her business. She's doing well. She got $900 from this project, and she's doing well. She's in my house. I mean, as far as Lofa, we heard a testimony, about the project. So I think the project is doing well, and we hope we can have more funds to do it.
We hope we can have more funding to help intervene into communities and families that are trying to make life better. So we'll be opening the line very soon. This program is operated by the Realize Project, the Recovery of Economic Activity for Liberian Informal Sector Employment. Realize Project is the government of Liberia-owned project managed by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Ministry of Gender, Children, Social Protection, and the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment. So we will give you the opportunity to call. If you have questions, we'll write down your question. If you want to say something about the project, just be short in less than 45 seconds so that we'll respond to it. The numbers are 0777 771 075. 0777 771 075. Do we have a call? Okay. Hello?
Hello?
You live? Your name and where you call from? Cotton Tree is somewhere near Habel.
Yes. I want to ask a question and also make a recommendation.
Okay.
Yeah. My question is, those went through the process for the local and they were not successful. What plan do you have what to re-incorporate those people for your safety? They doing so that they can re-register one. And my recommendation is, let's go to this way. I don't
what is the recommendation? What you want for us to do with people?
And go for their business. So those are actually means they are not successful because of the local, I mean, the way that you will have a special student view to work with you and get a better that will be.
Then where do we take the money from if we, hello?
Yeah.
If we keep the carpentry, we already have 75 persons, for example. And where do we take the money from to give to the other people that you believe they are really struggling and they need money?
What I'm doing, I'm saying with local workers.
Okay.
I'm recommending to these people.
Mhm.
Because for students who are not able to get to the chair as Vera was saying over there, they just took the money and then just buy one product they want to buy for their house and then just go for their business. And those who are businessmen.
But you don't know the person you have. You will not tell whether the person want to buy TV with their money. So take care. Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening. You live. Your name and where you come from?
I join you from FP Shakwa.
Okay.
I just tuning in and I was following. So thanks to the Real Life Project, but I want to know because I'm interested from what I'm hearing. I want to know how can one benefit because I own and run a all-in skills vocational school on the entry here on the
Okay.
Yes, hello.
Your name?
Yes, my name is Roland Demaya, I'm calling from FBA Junction.
Okay.
Yes, I thank God for our people in Kudu. They take our name, they filter, and by the grace of God, we are better. I was just today, I'm picture is that person. So they plenty to us. The people there, and I'm sorry, and I'm considering the people data, they say the head will should not consider that to go through the process, they come to.
Okay. We didn't even talk about
And
that.
go ahead to them, get to the public certificate, through a certificate, and thank you ever so much for them.
Okay. You are certificated that you now qualify to participate in the next stage of the program, right?
Yeah,
Okay, that's good. Congratulations.
yeah.
The big woman listening to you, she will be coming to you very soon. Thank you. You live, your name?
My name is Alex, I'm calling from Omega Community.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, I really want to know that how can one be that?
Okay, thank you. You live.
Yeah, I'm talking to you preach and to story.
Okay.
I'm not sure my entering my brother to thinking so my question is my name comes up. Well, my first name and my photo appear my first name is Chief.
You say from which community?
Just the two,
Okay. Your name came out, right? You say your last name and what?
yeah, my first name is Johnson. It's Chief of Lucy.
Oh, Johnson Cheese or Lucy.
Yeah, my first name is Chief. So my last name is there and my photo is there.
Okay, your photo is attached to Lucy. Is that what you mean? I hope you got that. I didn't get it very clear.
Hello?
You stay on the line? If you're listening and you have issue, please call 3344. That's the GRM line. It will help you to respond to your concern. Yeah, hello?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
two.
Mr. Tu, you're welcome. Okay.
Hello?
You live, Mr. Tu. This way has already benefited from the project.
Yeah, you benefited from you took alcohol, you play the king, you play the
Okay. Okay, yeah, this way. Okay. Okay, the big woman is listening to you. Thank you. We're listening to you. We're taking the point down. Are you asking question when we're starting in this video? Hello?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You live. Call your name and where you come from. Okay.
Yeah. Why you promote me to president? Why you promote me to our partner?
He wants to know whether they realize SSB components in Bureau. Yes, it's in Bureau. So
Okay.
this round of implementation, you have the Bureau side also
POA.
POA captured, yeah.
Why you not
And,
going to hear the view?
and so besides the SSB component, you also have the LRPW also around the Bureau in. So someone was talking about these bills that they played in Lotto last month. So that is also honor component too.
Okay.
So of course we have
Okay, so the lotto there was for component 2.
yes.
Okay.
That was for component 2 because for this round, the last round of SSB, we haven't done the lotto.
Okay.
So when any community talk about lotto, that is component 2 that was completed last month.
So all of those listening and you play lotto recently for the community works component of the project, not the business, not the small business support. So there are other things.
So for Dixville again, we also implemented the small business in Dixville for round 2. So we've already completed for round 2 in Dixville. So we are doing the second component in Dixville. So Dixville is benefiting 2 components right now. And somebody said that this guy called from the FDA area. But I think he's from the Do Estate community because that's where we have the LIPW. We conducted the lottery process already for LIPW in that area. So for the FDA community, it's still pending. We supposed to be doing. I think we completed the validation this week, and so maybe beginning next week we'll start doing the lottery in those communities where we did the small businesses. So all those who have not done a lottery yet, beginning next week, we'll send a schedule to your communities, informing you, and the list will be posted with the photos beginning next week, and you will know if you are going to be benefiting from this project.
So I think somebody asked why we were going to the area.
Yeah.
Like we said, what informed our decision to go into participating communities? And we said there are targeting criteria for community selection. We talk about slum communities, we talk about vulnerable communities, and Legis gave us that list. So if you see us in communities where we are implementing, it's based on the community targeting criteria for community selection. That's what inform the communities that we are implementing.
Okay,
So,
I hope our people are listening, right? Because I was about to ask you, do you do selection in communities where your staff are living? I've been attacked almost every time when people see this project sample in your community and it's not in my community.
That's the prejudice we say we're trying to avoid on the Real Lives project. Because you cannot be the one cutting the shots and then you carry projects to your communities. That's why you see us using the list from Legis. And that will reduce that thing about influence from project staff.
That's cool.
So somebody.
So I hope the listening in Upper Johnsonville, you will not attack me next time.
Yes,
I'm not involved.
Somebody called from the Omega area. We've done Omega already on the round 1.
Of the SSB.
Yeah, of the SSB we did Omega. So maybe we will check for future. Maybe we'll be going to Omega, but it's not a promise yet.
Okay.
And somebody talk about disability. That was something that we slipped on. In our project, once you are eligible, you go through the data collection as a disabled person. Once you are eligible, during the lottery, we don't allow you to go through the lottery process. So, for example, if we are supposed to take 50 female, and we have 2 disabled who are present as female, we only do 48.
Okay.
Yeah, so the 2 are automatically beneficiary. That's how.
So
I think that's
as long as somebody has disability and walk into your lottery or your registration center, is considered automatically a beneficiary.
Yeah.
That's
And
okay.
so before I know what we did not talk about is who can benefit
Yes.
under the SSP component. 18 years, anyone 18
That will
years,
constitute your party.
anyone 18 years above,
Okay.
anyone living in participating communities, anyone either a disabled person, elderly, lactating mother, pregnant women, anyone who doing existing business or interested in starting new business. 1 member from the household. So that's our eligibility or who can benefit under the SSP component or the Real Lives project.
Thank you. Jerry, you want to give your parting comment?
So I would just like to say something I always say during my consultation, especially to my beneficiaries or those who are going to benefit from this project. We have something like, bro, so when somebody's scratching your back, washing your back, try to wash your stomach, right? So these things don't come often, right? People don't give this kind of amount, to people often. So once you are opportune to benefit from this kind of amount, I mean, that's something that you can really use. If you use wisely, you can realize a lot. So all those who want to benefit under this third round of implementation, I want you to please do your best and hope you can help your family.
Okay, thank you very much, Jerry Godo. You want to say something, Amanda?
Yes, so
Very briefly.
yes, so before we exit the studio or the Real Last Hour, I want to say thank you for organizing the Real Last Hour. Thanks for the caller. So as we sit in studio and people call, it tells us that the Real Last project is indeed visible and people are actually benefiting the communities and then the information. So we are now the light under the table. So we are actually shining in the Real Last project. And so we are encouraging all of our beneficiaries to use the grants wisely, like Godo said. Social protection is to reduce vulnerabilities. So you may not have the opportunity to work in the private sector or the government sector or be a government employee and may not have the opportunity to have a formal job, but you do have the opportunity to benefit from some of the government resources, and this is how it comes. So in the form of these projects, so you sit in your community and a project walk to you and give you US dollars, $900 from the government. You should not say, oh, it's a government money, we're going to use it in kind of way, but it is intended to improve your own businesses or to start business and build your own life.
So this is how we like to conclude today's edition of the Realize Hour on Spoon FM and other frequencies across the Spoon network. We'll be here next time, and next time you see her here, we'll be talking about component 2 of this project as a labor-intensive public work, which supports community activities, community works. My name is Henry Smoke. I'm your lead host. We'll be here next time when you see us. Thank you very much. It'll be a pleasure.